Today is Monday and it's Simeon's birthday, so I made him some lasagna and garlic bread. I'm not going to be having any of that. And then here's our salads. We just have carrots and sunflower seeds in there. And then for me, since I'm not doing dairy or gluten or beef, I've got my gluten-free noodles here. And then I just saved some of the sauce on the side, and I put some bell pepper and onion in there along with some chicken apple sausage. Today is Tuesday and we are having tacos, and Simeon and Miles are having ground beef and beans, and mine is just the black beans. And I made some cilantro lime rice. I actually made this last week with brown jasmine rice, but I kind of overcooked it and it didn't really turn out. So I'm attempting it again with white jasmine rice. And the cilantro is left over from my Trader Joe's haul a couple weeks ago, so it's still good and it looks really delicious. It is Wednesday and we are having turkey chili with corn chips. It is Thursday and I'm trying out a new recipe I found on Pinterest. I'll link that below. It's a chicken fajita pasta bake. So I've got my chicken meat marinating in some homemade fajita seasoning, which is just cumin, a little bit of chili powder, salt, garlic, onion, and some lime juice. The chicken is all done. It looks really good and smells good. Now I'm sauteing the bell pepper and onion, and then once this is done, I'm going to take this out and cook my pasta in here. Here it is. It looks and smells amazing. I can't wait to try it. I did make a few changes. I didn't use the heavy cream it called for. I just left that out. And then also I used the gluten-free Trader Joe's pasta. Today is Friday and I've got some beef stew simmering for Simeon, and I also have some cornbread muffins that were in the freezer from a couple weeks ago that I made, and that's thawing for him. For my dinner, I am just having the leftover chili from the other night, and I'm kind of having it in taco salad form. So I'm eating with corn chips and lettuce. Today is Sunday afternoon and I made this Mexican crock-pot chicken. I just took some boneless, skinless chicken breasts and I put them in the crock-pot with a can of diced tomatoes, some black beans and corn, and some of Costco's medium salsa. And then after it was done, I took the chicken out and I shredded it and put it back in here to kind of absorb some of the liquid. Hi! Mom making lunch? Here it is, served up with white jasmine rice. And this little guy loves black beans. Is that good?
Yep.
Yep. Today is Monday and I always do a pasta spaghetti dish, and I'll show you what I'm making for my husband. The spaghetti sauce has sugar in it, so I'm not going to be having that. So what I made for myself here is I had some of the leftover zucchini and squash that I had cut up and stuck in the freezer from my Costco haul a couple weeks ago. And so I sauteed that with some onion and bell pepper, the frozen bell pepper from Trader Joe's. And I've got the chicken apple sausage in here, some broccoli, and then right at the last minute of cooking, I added some spinach and garlic. And then I seasoned it with this Himalayan salt and this lemon pepper seasoning that I got from Sprouts a while ago. And then I've got the Trader Joe's rice and quinoa pasta, gluten-free, so I'm going to add that in there and just stir it around. So here it is, all plated up. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to be making some burritos, and I'm out of ground beef for my husband, and I was going to just boil up a chicken breast and put taco seasoning on it and do shredded chicken burritos, but I still have quite a bit left of what we had on Sunday, the crock-pot Mexican chicken, and it's got the shredded chicken and the beans and salsa and tomatoes in there and everything. So I'm just going to heat this up, and I had some of these flour tortillas in the freezer, so I got those thawed. I'm just gonna stick it in there with some cheese and then bake it in the oven. And for me, I'll just put it inside of tacos since I can't have the tortillas. And then I also had some leftover jasmine rice from that same meal, and I'm just gonna heat that up and then put a little bit of lime juice on there and some cilantro that I have left over, and that is going to be our dinner. This is a great way to utilize leftovers, kind of use them up in a different way, and it's also very budget friendly. If you stretch out your meals or stretch out your meat, this is just a really great way to do that. And I'm just gonna make all of these tortillas here, and whatever is left over I'll just stick in the freezer for a lunch for my husband later on, or a meal for the weekend for him or something like that. So here they are all cooked up. I just cooked them for about 15 to 20 minutes at 350, and I flipped them halfway through. They kind of oozed onto the pan a little bit, but they look really good. They're nice and crispy. And then here is the rice. Today's Wednesday, and I made some cornflake chicken. I just took some chicken tenderloins and I dipped them in crushed cornflakes and baked them, and steamed broccoli and baked potatoes. Today's Thursday, and I'm making beef and noodles for my husband, so I just made a brown gravy with onions and the leftover stew meat from last week when I used half of it for beef stew, and this is the other half. I just did some seasonings in here, and then I've got some egg noodles cooking in here, so I'm just gonna serve that over the noodles. And then these are the last of the cornbread muffins that I had in the freezer. And here is his salad. Here is my plate. I'm having a salad with some romaine lettuce and spinach. And then the only vegetable that I had in the refrigerator was carrots, so I put that on there. And then I've got some sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. And then I also sprinkled some of the hemp hearts on there for some extra protein. And then we had one chicken tender left over from last night, so I just heated that up in the oven to get it nice and crispy again, and then chopped it up and put it on there. So it's kind of like a crispy chicken salad type thing. And then I'm going to be using this dressing that I got at Trader Joe's. It's pretty good. Today is Friday, and I'm making a baked chicken dish. And I've seen this idea on Pinterest with boneless, skinless chicken breasts, but I just have some thighs. So I seasoned them with some garlic salt and lemon pepper, and then I've got potatoes, onions, and green beans. So I'm going to cover this up with foil and bake it in the oven.